What is up, beautiful people of the world? I am super excited you're here today. It's just a good day today. I hope you're having a good day, and I'm happy you joined in for this video. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Pavano, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different video than I'm used to on my channel. I got this amazing opportunity to head down to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania to meet up with some No Small creators as well as Cody Wanner, and it was an absolute treat to get to talk to him, just ask him one question. I have always been obsessed with storytelling, whether it was Wes Anderson.
Why do you want to be a lobby boy?
Who wouldn't?
Or Guy Ritchie.
Shot who? Paul.
Or some of the early storytellings of Casey Neistat.
And so it begins.
Recently, Dan Mace.
Yo, dude, are there any percussion sort of sounds?
I am absolutely obsessed with the story. One of the reasons I stopped daily vlogging, you guys can actually go back and see some of my early videos, some of my early stuff, and I would actually challenge you to go check out like one or two of those early videos if you're a new YouTuber or a new vlogger, and then kind of watch some of my recent stuff, and you can see the growth. That's one of the reasons why I leave it up there. But I used to be a daily vlogger. I did it for 180 days in a row while I was traveling around the world. And my biggest thing after I got back was I felt like I wasn't telling a story. I was just going through the motions. So I had this amazing opportunity to ask Cody Wanner about storytelling, and he is this up-and-coming vlogger. I mean, he's just blown up over the last few months because of his amazing personality, the value he provides to you, and his amazing storytelling skills on a daily basis. So this video is his response to my prompt, which I'll show you next, and also my reaction and kind of digestion of what he's telling us to do with story. So here's me and Cody back in Harrisburg last week. I got Cody Wanner with me, and I wanted to ask one question, and it's about storytelling. It's something that is huge for me, and I think visuals aside, storytelling is what is key. And the thing about daily vlogging for me is I always felt like I couldn't get the story out. I couldn't build a good enough compelling story. So I want to ask Cody, what are his keys for building a compelling story? Does he storyboard in the morning? Does he write out his day? Does he just let it happen and then fix the story later? So I want to know, Cody, your thoughts on the story.
Great question, my man, great question. So I do it two ways. The primary two ways I do it are, I'll just start recording. If something is happening, maybe I'll get an idea, and then I'll kind of see how the beginning of the day that I've been recording is gonna fit into that idea.
So I kind of gained two things from what Cody just mentioned. One of which is film every day, because you never know when the story is gonna show up. And number two is it's okay to start your day without a story, because if something shows up in the middle of the day, you can still end your day creating a good story arc and incorporating some of the footage that you had from the beginning of the day.
I never storyboard anything out, unless it's like a very creative video, like a recent one that I did, the secret to Casey Neistat's boosted board. That was like, it wasn't storyboarded, but it was kind of shot listed. I knew what I wanted to accomplish with that video.
Wait, stop. Okay, so Cody mentions shot list here. So this is a tool that I think is unbelievably helpful. It keeps you organized, it makes you super efficient, and it makes sure that you do not miss any part of your story. Now, Cody mentions that he uses it for a specific story, for a specific video that he was trying to make, but I also think that it can be used daily. Take a look at your to-do list and kind of fill in like, oh, if I'm doing a daily vlog and I'm going to the grocery store today, maybe I need B-roll of the groceries. You should write that down on your to-do list so that way you don't get home and realize, oh crud, I completely spaced out about my B-roll, I should have shot that. And you can see here Cody uses it to tell his stories a little bit better as well. So try to incorporate that maybe in your daily vlogs.
But if it's a vlog, like if it's a straight up vlog, generally I don't have an idea in mind at first, and then midday I figure out whatever the idea is, and I try to incorporate everything that happened up to that point kind of into that theme. But as far as story goes, I'm a huge believer in a story is really just one thing. There's a person, there's an actor, the person who's taking action is gonna come up against some sort of obstacle, they're gonna figure out how to overcome the obstacle, and then there's gonna be a conclusion.
So Cody's talking about the basic story arc here, this build up to climax to resolution, and it's something that I've really studied hard because I wanted all of my videos to have some sort of story arc. But what I think is important here that Cody's mentioning is that story arcs happen in all sorts of ways. It always doesn't have to be this grandeur climax. You could be overcoming something small during your day, but it's important to pivot your story throughout your day to pinpoint that climax and use the previous footage you filmed to kind of build to that climax, and then use the rest of your day to either enhance that climax and cause resolution or create resolution. Story arcing is extremely important, and I think it's a skill that you can build daily if you really pay attention to what points of my day are the most useful to my story.
I just think about my day like that. Every single day, I'm like, all right, I'm the actor, you know, and something's happening today. What is it? And is it interesting enough to like make a big thing about it? Or is it just like, you know, there's all these like little obstacles that we're all overcoming daily too. But sometimes like when you fall, you know, like that was like a good story because I fell right in the middle of it, and we got to kind of see how it unfolded.
Cody's referencing a vlog that he recently did where he crashed on his one wheel. I'll put a link down below.
But so that's how I think about it. It's just like we all have stories going on in our days and our day-to-day life, and then like overarching stories, but we just need to figure out how do we draw the meaning out of them, and then what do we choose to show, and how are we going to just convey the story to an audience in a short and manageable and digestible time frame.
There's a lot to unpack here, but two major things for me. One is, what is the meaning of your story? Cody mentions pulling out the meaning, and I think that's important. Like, why are you telling this story? That can really enhance your story. And the second thing for me is, you see Cody talking about efficiently conveying the message, and that is super important. And I think that his mentioning of the story arc shows that you need to have a good foundation of the story arc before you can break it and manipulate it. It's like all things. You have to have a good base knowledge or a good base skill in order to break the rules in the right way. So if you're new to storytelling, if you're new to daily vlogging and you want to get more into telling the story, really focus on that basic story arc before you go trying to break it. Because you'll see a lot of guys on YouTube who are advanced storytellers breaking the story arc, messing with it, moving time, and I think it's important to not get ahead of yourself. Just worry about your basic story arc. Intro, climax, resolution. Intro, obstacle, resolution. And I think if you can master that, then you can start to screw around with your story and make it even more interesting over time. But it's a process, and I think Cody's mentioning that here, that you need to be able to still convey the message in a very clear way, and you also need to derive meaning from your story. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a different video. I just thought I wanted to share the knowledge that I gained from working and talking to Cody. And what I can say is, don't let your lack of story or what your perceived skill at storytelling is stop you from continuing to try, because over time you will get better. So keep creating, keep doing you, and you will get better, I promise. You can go back and look at my first stuff to now, and you'll see how if you really practice and you really pay attention to what others are doing with their stories, you can really improve your own. So keep at it. I know you can do it. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below any story tips you have or any story questions you might have, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Smash that subscribe button, ring the bell, and definitely go check out Cody's channel if you haven't already. It's very unlikely that you know me and you don't know Cody, but who knows? Maybe I can direct you to some of that amazing daily content. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Love y'all.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Sorry, it was long-winded. You think you'll be able to cut it up?
No, dude, you're gonna just
All
get
right.
one thing.
All right.
One
All right.
stream
Yeah.
of consciousness.